Have you ever asked yourself the question, who am I? What makes me, me? What has started the formative world that has surrounded me all these passing years? These are the questions that boggle the mind as one searches for his true identity. Through the never-ending spiraling course of this contemporary world, one thing is certain. Change. Yet, despite this change, we must know and be aware of where we come from, because it makes us distinct from others. It is what defines us. It is our very identity, and this is the role of our cultural heritage. To give us selfhood, an origin we can cherish and cultivate for future generations to come. Culture is a reflection of a society as a whole. Cultural heritage is the evidence of our origin, inherited from the older generations and are now utilized for the benefits of future innovations. Preserving these assets is like sustaining an essential resource from the past and a way of telling that our history really exists. Now, in a journey of finding our own cultural identity, how can we preserve the traces of our past? How can we harness local wisdom in today's time to preserve vanishing cultural traditions? These questions represents an epitome of hope and compassion to save what is left of what makes us a man of culture in this ever-changing world. Now, are you ready? In the Philippines, Taal, Batangas has a significant role. The town is well known as the home of the smallest volcano in the world, namely Taal volcano. However, many are unaware that this place is more than just this geologic wonder, as it is also a cornerstone of Philippine history and a cultural landscape, sheltering tangible and intangible heritage of its nation. Also, hosting the largest church in the Philippines and in Asia, the Basilica of St. Martin de Tours. On top of that, the small town has been included in the list of World Heritage Site nominations from the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization.
Nagsimula ang Taal, well, even before the Spaniards came, there already had been settlements. There was once a time, kaya nga sinasabi nila, the whole Taal and the whole of Batangas existed, not in their present areas, but somewhere in the lakeshore. Okay, so that was when all of these settlements were actually recognized as Taal. So it was once La Provincia de Taal and only became formally by 1581.
Aside from the historical buildings, Taal, Batangas is also known for its varied traditions, and one will undoubtedly get the best understanding of their culture, as well as the pride and hardworking folks, by attending the yearly celebration of the Alpasubat Festival. The town goes all out to honor their culture and independence during this 3-day event in March. Empanada, longanisa, panutsa, suman, barong, balisong, and tapa, shortened as Alpasubat, presents a taste of some of the impressive native delicacies and handicrafts their local has to offer. However, despite these abundant communal assets to all have, these cultural legacies have become more fragile due to the reconstruction of people's lifestyles, particularly affected by the modernizing movement. Some of these cultural crafts are now at risk of vanishing. Above all, subjectively, one of these dwindling traditions is the Burdang Taal. The embroidery tradition in the Philippines came into existence in Taal, Batangas during the turn of the century, Borda is the art of hand embroidery and a creative process of decorating fabric by sewing colorful threads into it. And what made the art of Burdang Taal distinct from other embroidery traditions of the country was because of its intricate, well-embossed appearance with delicate calado or lattice work, one of the finest arts in the world.
We believe in preserving our tangible and intangible heritage. You know why? Because it is part of our identity. If you look back into it, diba, we always go back to who are you, where are you from, who are your parents, what do you have in your town, diba, what makes you proud of your town. And I am sure that all Taaleños are proud to say that they are from Taal, the heritage town, because of our well-preserved heritage structures as well as traditions. Because when we speak of tradition, it speaks about us. At the end of the day, we do not only look forward, we also look backwards. Because sabi nga, diba, we cannot go forward if we do not understand the past.
The craft of Burdang Taal involves several significant steps that have been passed down through the years to create finely woven, embossed designs that are smooth, fine, and detailed.
Oh, tapos may kalado pa. Oh, diga.
Historically, it is one of the oldest traditional crafts in the Philippines, dating back to the early 1900s. Due to its aesthetic, intricacy, and delicate designs, it became popular and one of the main contributories that uplifted the economy of the town back then.
Very much giving Taal recognition. The women, out of their patience, out of the labor, and out of the craftsmanship, has given Taal the recognition of Burdang Taal. No? There could be other versions of Burdang Taal, Burda, okay? But it is something like ang Burdang Taal can be felt and can be seen. Pag hinipo mo pa lang, alam mo Burdang Taal.
The craft achieved a great recognition when the skill and excellence of Taal embroiderers is demonstrated by the famous Doña Marcela Agoncillo, mother of the Philippine flag, and her significant contribution to the history of the Philippines by embroidering the country's first national flag, which gave face to the Philippines. Among its many known names, Taal is also the Barong Tagalog capital of the Philippines. Burdang Taal, the traditional hand embroidery art, is a prominent cultural asset symbolizing Filipino identity, especially through its integration into the Barong Tagalog. Unfortunately, this intangible cultural heritage of the Philippines seems to be slowly disappearing in the majority of the villages of Taal, and the craft and practice of Burdang Taal is no exception. And that's the challenge for the Filipinos, particularly Taaleños, a threat of vanishing cultural heritage that might result in the decline of their distinct sense of cultural identity.
Lifestyle changes due to modernization, and machine-produced embroidery dominates the market now.
Cultural bearers are becoming old and eventually are passing away.
Most of all, the new generations are starting to lose their interest in embroidery because of other trends that lessen the appeal of these legacies to them.
Those are some of the issues of neglecting this cultural heritage, and this is the reality.
It makes us forget what is ours, the symbolic elements that represents our identity, which defines us from others.
So, yun, gusto naming ma-include ito sa curriculum para naman mas marami pang mga bata ang matutunan ang pagbuburdang Taal. Tapos mismo sa LGU, meron kaming programa tinatawag namin Burda Academy. In fact, no, sa Barangay Kawit, nag-umpisa na kami, actually nakagraduate na nga sila. Nag-organize kami ng group of women.
So I'm calling on anyone who may just contribute to the revival or to the improvement or what can be development aspect of giving Burdang Taal a big lift.
With the help and unconditional support of local community and local government unit of Taal, the team devised a project called S.I.N.A.G, in which we aim to share
and integrate local wisdom
in nurturing pioneers,
to develop their sense of appreciation,
while guiding them to protect and preserve our cultural treasures for the future.
vanishing cultural heritage cannot maintain their life, we, the people, and the communities have the power to secure their presence and guarantee their preservation.
Responsibility of each community to identify and preserve its legacy.
Sinag ng Burdang, liwanag sa kinabukasan. Pamana ng Taal sa puso'y matatagpuan. Bawat tusok ng karayom ating pagmamalaki. Manghabang harap sa sinulit kay tagal hinabi. Kami ang sinag ng bagong umaga, sinag ng kabataan, sining ng Burdang. Pamana ng Taal sa puso ay buhay, kinabukasan sa inyo'y nagkasalala.
Digital preservation is seen to be an alternative way of preserving cultural heritage.
Tutulungan niya na pagiging Pilipino. Sa bawat burda, taglay ang tunay na pagsuyo. Ipagsisigawan sa buong mundo.
Tatak
Tatak Pilipino! Kami ang sinag ng bagong umaga, sinag ng kabataan, sining ng burda. Pamana ng Taal sa puso ay buhay, kinabukasan sa inyo'y nagkasalala. Umaga, sinag ng kabataan, sining ng burda. Pamana ng Taal sa puso ay buhay, kinabukasan sa inyo'y nagkasalala.
We are the voice, a beacon of light, calling to the youth. It takes more than just imparting knowledge to pass them on.
It requires a strong dedication and promoting them with others.
We are the hope of the continuation of our culture.
We are what we do and how we protect them.
Tayo ang sinag ng kinabukasan. Tayo ang sinag ng kulturang dapat pag-ingatan.